By Sam Moore's Head, 4 Jim Brook, Lock and Wire, 5 Dark Hansel, Simon Sherwood, 6 Lucky Vane, Jimmy Frost, 7 Ballymalan, Peter Dever, 8 Catchphrase, Richard Rowe, 9 Why Forget, Ronnie Began, 10 Knock Hill, George Murner, 11 Corbier, Ben DeHaan, 12 Fitzherbert, Brendan Powell, 13 Mac Oliver, Blinkard, ridden by Mark Perrott, 14 Covent Garden, Blinkard, Seamus O'Neill, 15 Tackroy, with Huell Davis putting up £4 overweight. That's the only weight change. 16 Trisker, Blinkard, ridden by Simon McNeil, and 17 Ballytask, who's nearly 4 stone out of the handicap, ridden by Ricky Pusey.
2.5 points between 5 of them. Corbier 11-2 the favourite. Lucky Vane 6-1. Dark Hansel 7-1. Knock Hill and Catchphrase are on 8-1. Stearsby is 10s with I Haven't a Light. Jim Brook has gone to 14-1 with Covent Garden, and Combi is 16-1.
Tackroy turning to come in again. £4 overweight for Huell Davis. And that's it. They're running. Come by and Trisker and Corbier and Fitzherbert on the outside as they run downhill. 22 fences to be jumped. The first of the ditches will be number 2. And as they swing left-handed, it's Come By from Trisker and Corbier and Fitzherbert, and Knock Hill on the inside. Then comes Dark Hansel and Ballytask and Ballymalan and Why Forget, and then Jim Brook and Stearsby and I Haven't a Light, and Tackroy and Covent Garden. Behind them Catchphrase, Lucky Vane and Mac Oliver, the back markers at the moment, as Come By takes them along towards the first fence from Trisker in second and Corbier, the previous winner, in third. Then comes Knock Hill and Dark Hansel and Fitzherbert and Why Forget and Ballytask on the inner, and then Ballymalan and Stearsby, Jim Brook and Covent Garden. But Come By is going to jump the first in the lead. Great big horse he is, jumps it beautifully, and all safely over the first as they come to the first of the ditches. Come By in the lead from Trisker and Corbier and Knock Hill and Dark Hansel, and Catchphrase just a little bit slow at the ditch. Come By lands in the lead over the third from Trisker, Corbier in third, then Dark Hansel and Knock Hill and Stearsby and Ballymalan as they come to the water for the first time. Come By, Trisker and Corbier, Knock Hill and Dark Hansel, Stearsby and Ballymalan and Why Forget and Covent Garden and Fitzherbert and Ballytask and I Haven't a Light on the inside. Mac Oliver making ground. Catchphrase next over the fifth. Come By from Trisker and Corbier, Dark Hansel, and behind them Knock Hill. Right at the rear of the field are Tackroy and Lucky Vane at the moment as they jump the sixth. Come By from Trisker, Corbier, Knock Hill, Dark Hansel and I Haven't a Light on Ballymalan, and these being followed by Stearsby and Mac Oliver and Covent Garden and Why Forget, and behind them Catchphrase, then Jim Brook and Ballytask. Still the back marker is Lucky Vane as Come By races towards the home stretch on the first circuit from Corbier and Trisker. Little gap then to Dark Hansel. Then comes Knock Hill and Stearsby, and behind Stearsby is I Haven't a Light. Then Why Forget. Coming down to another plain fence. The far side as we see them, number 7 is Come By from Trisker, a little between the two. Corbier jumped it third and Dark Hansel 4. Another ditch this time. Come By over on the far rail. Trisker with the sheepskin noseband. Corbier nearest to us. Behind them Dark Hansel and Ballymalan and Stearsby and Knock Hill. Over the 9th, Trisker and Come By together from Corbier third. Knock Hill over on the far rail, then Dark Hansel and Ballymalan and Stearsby and I Haven't a Light and Jim Brook and Catchphrase and Covent Garden and Why Forget. And now to the fence that'll be the last on the next circuit. Come By on the far side, number 11 this time. Trisker and Corbiere and Knockhill and Darkhansel and Stearsby. Then Catchphrase and Jim Brook and Ballymillan and Why Forget. And behind them come Covent Garden and Mac Oliver and I Haven't a Light. Little gap then to Lucky Vane. Behind Lucky Vane is Ballytask. Then Tackroy and Fitzherbert's now the back marker, and Come By is still just the leader, and all 17 who set out are still standing in this Coral Welsh National, with Come By leading the field. From in second place, Trisker. Just in behind Trisker as they swing left-handed is Corbiere, then Stearsby and Knockhill. Catchphrase on the outside, then Jim Brook and Darkhansel, then Why Forget and Covent Garden and Ballymillan, and then Mac Oliver, and behind Mac Oliver is I Haven't a Light, and then Lucky Vane, Ballytask, Tackroy and Fitzherbert. Still Come By from Trisker and Corbiere. Stearsby and Catchphrase. Behind them, Knockhill and Darkhansel. Behind Darkhansel is Jim Brook, who's going well with Lorcanwire. Then comes Ballymillan, and then Covent Garden, and then Why Forget and I Haven't a Light as they come to the 12th now. Come By, Trisker and Corbiere. Over the 12th ahead of Stearsby and Catchphrase and Knockhill. Behind Knockhill is Jim Brook and then Darkhansel. Lucky Vane with a lot to do at the moment as they jump the third ditch. Come By, the leader, from Trisker and Corbiere and Stearsby. Then Knockhill and Darkhansel have fallen there. Darkhansel has gone. Made a very mad mistake, gave his rider no chance. Tackroy has been pulled up. Come By is the leader over the water from Corbiere, who's gone second. Stearsby on the inside, mistake there by Knockhill. Then comes Catchphrase. Trisker made a mistake too. Come By still from Corbiere, 7 out. Stearsby on the inside. Catchphrase, behind Catchphrase, Knockhill, behind Knockhill, Jim Brook. Then comes Trisker, then Mac Oliver. Behind Mac Oliver is Why Forget. Then Lucky Vane making a little bit of progress. That's 6 from home. Come By from Stearsby now. Corbiere back in third. Jim Brook still making progress. Catchphrase still well in the picture as they swing left-handed. Stearsby on the inside. Come By on the outer. Corbiere in third and Catchphrase 4. And these 4 clear of Jim Brook. Behind Jim Brook is Knockhill. Behind Knockhill is Mac Oliver. And then Lucky Vane making steady progress from the rear, but got too much to do. Racing towards the home turn now with 5 fences left to jump. And it's Stearsby towards the right. Come By with the sheepskin noseband in the center. Corbiere on the near side as they come down to this next fence. 5th from home. Stearsby, the younger horse, lands in the lead from Come By second, Corbiere third, and Catchphrase 4. Coming down to the final ditch now. As they do so, the ex-novice, 4 from home, Stearsby with the advantage from Come By in second. Third is Corbiere. Coming down now to the third last, and as they do so, it's Stearsby for Jenny Pitman from Come By. Then also Pitman trained on the near side, Corbiere. Behind them is Jim Brook making progress. Behind them come Catchphrase, then Mac Oliver, then Lucky Vane still making ground. Racing now down to the second last. Stearsby with the advantage from Come By, Corbiere and Jim Brook. Stearsby landed clear then as they come down now to the final fence. It's Stearsby, a 7-year-old, in the lead now from in second place. Come By, then comes Jim Brook. Stearsby over clear, and he's established an unassailable lead as they race up towards the line. It's Stearsby being chased by Jim Brook and Mac Oliver towards the stand side, but Stearsby's going to hold them all. And as they come to line, Stearsby's won the Coral Welsh National. It's a photo for second between Mac Oliver and Jim Brook, and then came Corbiere. Behind Corbiere was Come By, then Lucky Vane. Behind Lucky Vane was Catchphrase, and then Knockhill and Covent Garden and Fitzherbert, and behind them Why Forget and I Haven't a Light. The judges called it, in fact, a third. The winner first, number 2, Stearsby, owned by Mr. Terry Ramsden, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pitman, ridden by Graham Bradley. Second, the judges called it second, number 13, Mac Oliver, owned by A.J. Bingley Limited, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pitman, ridden by Mark Perrott. And third, number 4, Jim Brook, owned by Mrs. M. Knoll, trained by Peter Easty, ridden by Lorcamois. Third, fourth, number 11, Corbière. So a 1-2-4 for Jenny Pitman. Here's the winner.
Second, number 13, Mac Oliver, 16 to 1. Third, number 4, Jim Brook, 14 to 1. And fourth.